Now with a look at the QAnon, the baseless conspiracy theory, and how it's impacting some families, even tearing them apart. According to one estimate, last year, QAnon-related Facebook groups grew to at least 1.7 million members. That was until the social media giant started removing them in the fall. TJ Holmes is here with more. Good morning, TJ.
Hey, good morning to you, Robin. And look, criminals, thugs, insurrectionists, rioters. But when some people see that video of the siege at the Capitol, you know what they see? They see their husbands. They see their fathers, sons, brothers. People they say in some cases they've lost to QAnon. And now some believe is the time to try to get them back.
Symbols of Q among the angry mob that invaded the U.S. Capitol, fired up by the misplaced belief that Trump won the election. The aftermath of that day offers a glimpse into the impact QAnon is having on some families. This LA-based filmmaker says he grew up in a conservative Christian family in a small town outside of Dallas, Texas.
We weren't really allowed to watch, secular media or anything like that. A lot of biblical teachings.
According to Jeremiah, his mother was especially devout.
I always felt a lot of love, but, that was because I was kind of going along with what she said.
Experts say QAnon followers have swelled in numbers since the onset of the pandemic. Jeremiah says his mother was one of them.
I feel like it was more this pandemic where she started saying stuff about the government's trying to silence us by wearing masks, and China's behind this.
The baseless QAnon conspiracy theory began with the false belief that Donald Trump was secretly battling a cabal of Satan-worshiping pedophiles for control of government. But QAnon believers have since touted a wide range of false theories, some claiming D.C. and Hollywood elites are operating a global sex trafficking ring, others making claims about the assassination of JFK and even the existence of UFOs.
There's certain things where I'm just like, okay, this makes no sense. And I'll point that out. But for her, it's like, there's always there's an explanation, or she's just like, you're going to be proven wrong.
Jeremiah blames QAnon for being the final rift that destroyed his relationship with his mother.
Maybe before that, it felt like there was a chance of repairing something, but I feel like QAnon has basically been the final blow.
Jeremiah is far from alone. This Reddit support group called QAnon Casualties has over 100,000 members, people sharing their personal stories. It's official. My family is cutting connections with my grandmother. Another says, both my parents are part of Q, and I feel helpless.
It's a place to go to understand why this happened to your loved one, what they're going through, what they fell into, and that we have a community of people who can commiserate with you, can help you through this process.
Many QAnon followers falsely believed that there would be some sort of last-minute intervention to keep Donald Trump in office, all as part of a preordained plan. But experts say the transition of power provides prime opportunity to start to repair broken relationships.
People are recognizing that things didn't happen as they were predicted, and that there are different groups that are forming and going in different directions. Some groups are turning on Trump. Some groups are turning on each other. So this is a real test of patience, and it's also a real test of love, because what is going to work is reaching out with unconditional love and acceptance.
And we did reach out to Jeremiah's mom, did not hear back. Dr. Young says if you're going to talk to a family member, don't mock, don't shake your head. You need to listen. Mocking just further drives them into these groups. And guys, we have to remember this is the group that thought JFK Jr. was going to come back from the dead and be Donald Trump's running mate. They thought the military was going to stop the inauguration and keep Trump in power. And the FBI has said QAnon groups like this do pose a domestic threat, guys.
But to say what you said again about if a family member, don't mock. Even though we shake our heads and go, how can you believe? Yes. You really have to have unconditional love.
They are saying that is so key, because what is giving an opening for these folks with these groups is they feel like outsiders. Don't you as a loved one continue that and push them further to these groups.
Yeah, thank you for that. Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.